Hey, there we go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is where you are. Welcome back to my live stream. My name is Jeff Fritz. Today is March 10th, 2019, and we're going to write a little bit of code this morning. Good morning, chat room. Oh my gosh, just a few folks here. We've had daylight savings time, so folks are still catching up with the loss of an hour here in the States. Good morning, Lennon and Animated Slinky. How's it going? Good to see you. Wow, what a week. What a week, what a weekend. Let me get some music playing here in the background. I'm not going to play it on my StreamDeck because I'm going to be doing some work on the StreamDeck today. And then we'll talk about what happened this week. My gosh, it's been a while since we've been together. I want to make sure I say hello and we get into things. I'm going to play Red today. There we go. This is music from our friend. It does look a little hazy. You know what? I think my lights moved while I was setting up and tearing things down. This is a song called Red from our friend Mr. Carl Franklin. This is music to code by. It's designed to get you in the flow, in the groove, focused on whatever it is that you may have that you're working on. There we go. That's a little bit better. Scientifically engineered to get you there. Check it out. All the songs are 25 minutes long. That's the length of a Pomodoro. So you can stay focused for the length of the song. When it ends, take 5 minutes. Get a drink. Do whatever you need to do to get up, walk around, refresh, and then get back into whatever task it is you're working on. Whether you're writing code, doing homework, chores around the house. Check it out. mtcb.pwop.com. Yes, my glowing aura. I was in Omaha this week. And, oh my gosh, so much fun visiting with folks out there, some friends. Got to meet a few viewers. Hey, Brave Cobra, good to see you. I'll mention Brave Cobra had a contribution for us. I'll share that in just a second. But it was great to see everybody in person. Sometimes it gets a little lonely being behind a camera like this and not actually seeing and interacting with real people. So very, very cool to hang out. Not ready for this yet. Need another hour, says Smap. Yeah, I know, right? I feel, I know what you're saying there. Animated Slinky. Your cup is red. Does that mean the Java build failed? No, I really don't know why Stream Elements isn't reading that. No, you've hit the 3 month. At 3 months, all the mugs turn red. At 6 months, they turn blue. And at a year, they turn gold. And that's about to change. That we're going to have new badges in about a week or so from our friend? Or, well, we'll meet her, Corgi Candy, who's working on my badges and emotes. All of your friends are in your monitor. Nice. There you go. Unable to answer the question, having fun? Oh, please. You shouldn't have answered that, Fritzbot. Lame. Yes, we are having fun. It was a lot of fun out at this was the Connect AHA event. You've seen it appear in the little image, my sponsor box that pops out down there. And these aren't really sponsors right now. They're events, they're products that I use and websites that some of my content appears on that you might want to check out. Oh my gosh. Rambling.
I just want to say thanks again at Sharp Fritz. I'm loving this whole community.
Oh, thank you, Rambling Geek, and make sure you check out Rambling Geek. Can we get a shout out for Rambling Geek? He's working on his own stream, building out. Are you still working on the Magic Mirror? Because that's a really cool project. Let's do this. Shout out. You're working on your own bot now. Very cool. There we go. Sorry about that. Double shout out. Fantastic. It's always fun to work on a chat bot on stream. We worked a little bit on a bot for our friend Quiltoni on Tuesday evening, and Brave Cobra had suggested we take a look at using a state machine for that. I shared some of the code with him, and on his own stream, he went and finished shaping that out, making it look really cool. We're going to test and deploy that in the next few days here. Really neat stuff. Thank you so much for that. Make sure you check out Brave Cobra's stream. He's coming along as a brand new streamer. So today's hat, this is Captain Marvel's logo. I went and saw the movie this weekend, and it was amazing. Really, really great stuff. If you haven't seen it yet, you're gonna want to see it to get set up for the next Avengers movie. Yeah, thank you, Johan. I'm trying to find. There was a nice picture of me giving my one session at Connect-A-Ha. The second session, there wasn't really need to take a picture. We were just kind of sitting at a table. It was more of an AMA type. Ask me anything, you know. And then I've got one or two little announcements I want to make sure I touch on for you. And then we'll get into our project. Come on, where is it? I know I have it here on Twitter. There it is. Wish I could make that bigger. Make it bigger. Is that as big as it gets? I guess so. There it is. So this was me giving my talk. I was teaching folks how to get started with Twitch, how to write live code, and I took some screenshots, some clips from on channel and shared them so that some of these folks who are user group leaders, meetup leaders, can start extending the reach of their user group. Get that presentation beyond the borders of your town. And this was really great. Thanks so much to the folks at the Connect-A-Ha conference for having me out. Yeah, it was received very well, I think. There were a lot of really good questions afterwards, and we talked through, and I think we're going to see a couple more folks join the ranks of live streamers here in the weeks ahead. Hey, is that Epiphone to Die? Welcome. Thanks so much for joining us from Germany. Guten Nachmittag. Great to see you. Football. No, not football. No football today. Well, maybe, right? Maybe soccer, maybe some FIFA, but not here in the States. Not football season for us. Mostly lurking. Wanted to say hi. Well, good to see you, Frackberg. Thanks so much for tuning in. Our follower count, check it out over here. 56, 48, 56, 48, and it's also right here below me. We're at, we're making our push. We're going towards, there we go. There's another one. Is that Zunjin? Thanks so much for the follow. We're cruising towards that magical 7,000 number. If we hit 7,000 before May 1st, I will dye my beard rainbow for Microsoft Build, and you will see a lot of me at Microsoft Build the way that it's lining up. Thanks for that. Who's that second follow? Daniel Ludon? Daniel Ludon. Thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate you joining us, and I look forward to seeing you in the chat room like Zunjin. Hey, good to see you. Yeah, there's the nerd. It was great to meet you, too. People were talking about it at the happy hour. Fantastic. Glad that folks enjoyed it. When is Microsoft Build? There's something we need to put into our bot. Build is May 6, 7, and 8? Yeah, May 6, 7, and 8. It's in Seattle. Tickets are currently available. So, I want to make sure I record here. Rambling Geek had a cheer for us. I want to make sure I capture that. All right. So much going on. The numbers below me right here. This is the number of followers that we have. This is the current number of viewers. That's my YouTube channel, where all the recordings from this stream end up. And over here, this is our current sentiment in the chat room. It's the sentiment over the last 5 minutes. 5 minutes? With an arrow indicating whether which direction it's changing over the last minute. The smiley face is either a smile or a frown, depending on what the most recent chats were scored as, either happy or sad, coming out of chat. Roberta Bowles, hello. I know, it's good to be back. I'm 5 days away. You don't realize when you're away for so long, it's like, oh man, I miss streaming. I gotta do something. We've been working on the StreamDeck toolkit. This is an ongoing project that we've been tinkering with here on stream. And I have, well, I'm not going to be looking at that one. I have things like this on my stream decks. I actually have 3 of them plugged in so I can test and I can manage the stream. And this allows me to control my stream, allows me to see different things about the status of how things are going on. If I look at my left one here, not the left, the mini, this actually shows me, it's not showing here on screen, but it shows me on the device how many viewers there currently are. This is showing me the current processor usage. And I've got some things to control playing some music here. But I use this also to play sound effects, because everybody needs great sound effects.
Make it so.
While you're streaming. So there's all kinds of plugins and things, and we wrote a toolkit that we call the StreamDeck toolkit that will allow you to build a plugin for the StreamDeck. Our friend Lucky Number 7 actually has one that he's built that works with Signal R to control and do some overlays for some folks' streams. Really neat stuff. And Carrie Payette, there she is. See Payette there in chat. Hello, hello. She's given us a patch to update this software that we support to version 4.1. Where'd the thing go? There we go. 4.1. I don't think there's an update, is there? No. And we had to update our library so it supported StreamDeck 4.1. Well, the project that I've been working on stream, that I call the StreamDeck dashboard, needed to be updated as well. And Carrie has a pull request for us to make that happen. So here's what I want to do. I want to review this one pull request. I think I'm going to cancel this one from Hugo. I don't think we need this. And I think we're going to close this one from Stelzy about the NTFS junction. I think we've decided that that's not something that needs to be part of how the library works. Who do we have there? Wiggle Wiggle. Nice, nice. Welcome, Wiggle Wiggle. Great to see you.
You can do it!
You can get in the chat room with us, and I look forward to seeing you. Hey, rocket-propelled Freeman. Good to see you. Where's Gritty? Yep, thank you, Landon. Yeah, morning, Grid. Good morning, Gritty. Should I do it? Should I do the thing? I've got a thing here. My batteries went dead. Rats. And I don't have any more batteries. Or maybe it just turned on. Good morning, Grady. Yep, batteries are dead on my wireless. Ah, nuts. All right, we're going to need to get more batteries. Bummer. Yeah, I doubled it. You mean this one?
And you blow it!
Yeah, I did. What have you missed? Not much. We haven't gone too far here. Ooh, who's got that? Oh, look at that. Robert Tables with the heck emote. That's kind of cool. All right. All right. In the tipping over boat. Thanks for sharing that, Frackberg. Very cool. So the emotes that Corgi Candy is making, we're reinventing the .NET bot a little bit. Going to put a slight spin on it so that it's unique to me, but it's still going to be a purple robot, a little bit bigger eyes so that you can see emotions, and be able to be a little bit more expressive in that tiny emote size. All right. Where should we go here? Let's start with this one. Correct issues causing the template to fail on macOS. So our friend Hugo Dahl put this together. Yeah, we had some issues where some of our Mac code, Mac support scripts and things weren't being kept up. I don't develop natively on the Mac. I develop on Windows here. So in order to ensure that our template works with both Windows and Macintosh, we do need to make sure we maintain some of our scripts so that they stay appropriately in sync functionality-wise. So let's see what Hugo has for us here. An update to get attributes to change the line feed here for SHs. That's fine. No changes. Well, why is it here? Okay. For the shell file, okay, putting that. Okay, that seems easy enough. Yeah, I can accept that. Sure. We'll merge this request. Fantastic. Now, there's a thing with Azure Pipelines. I don't know if you've used Azure Pipelines. Azure Pipelines are a continuous integration system that you can use with your open source projects so that it builds and manages and tests exactly what you're working on. Our Azure Pipelines are for the Fritz and Friends organization on Azure DevOps are completely public. A few folks have the ability to go in and change things, but everybody's allowed to come in, poke around, and see how things work in here if you're interested. Yes, Robert Tables yesterday made a keyboard from scratch. Very, very cool. Missed the label. What label? What label? Made a label for your label maker on stream. I see. Okay. Yeah, can we get a shout out for Robert Tables as well? So that I want to make sure that folks see his stream. So there was TweetDeck. I have TweetDeck somewhere else. I don't need that up here. And so we merged in this one. We should see that build succeed because this isn't modifying. Go back to the pull request list. This other one was fix a reverted memory leak. This is something that we had to discuss, and I think I'm canceling this. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to close this. Am I kidding? What? Semi-running joke about Gritty? Yes, we do. Yep. James Montemagno did a stream timer with WPF for OBS. Oh, that's cool. All right. I'm going to close this. Works as expected. All right. There we go. And I don't think... Yeah, we've got to do some documentation stuff here, and we can close this. Mac Dev needs some love. So, merged pull request. So that's clear. Cool. All right, so that's up to date. Now I'm going to go over, right, even though it didn't really affect the work that I'm doing here on Windows. And StreamDeck. What do you mean, Janescu? He did a stream timer app with WPF, and StreamDeck. Okay, neat. Yeah, see, the build ran properly. We didn't break anything this time. So Carrie gave us a pull request. She built this on her stream, showing how to update the plugin to StreamDeck version 4.1. So we got a couple files that were changed. Some package reference version number changes to be expected. Unit test settings model. So in the update to StreamDeck 4.1, there's a little bit of a shift in how we pass settings back and forth, because now we can actually save settings to the application, the StreamDeck application, pull them back and almost use it like almost like a HTTP cookie that we can interact with in our data. Let's see. See, no, here's Git not merging properly. Look, so this is a new file. That's fine. But unit test action, right? Action UUID. The text is the same, but it didn't, because the tabs changed, it's marking these as a big change, right? As a change that I need to acknowledge. And that's going to be annoying. One Mouth, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you joining us. Right, I can turn this on to hide the white space changes. get a little bit closer to what's going on here. Base StreamDeck action with setting model. So this is a new base class that we have available to us so that we can pass our settings around a little bit easier. Yeah, see, that's not a change. I mean, okay, the brace location, big deal. And then stop tests async, that's fine. I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing comment and uncomment here on things. I'm not seeing dramatic changes to this. Set the image async. See, look at this. I shouldn't have to... So the manifest for the StreamDeck. So when you build a plugin, you have this manifest JSON file that tells the StreamDeck application exactly where your files are and how to load the various pieces of the plugin. So we're making it version 1.0. We need to now say SDK version is 2 and the minimum version is 4.1. This is the big thing that Carrie built for us. She did some work on the property inspector. This is where you actually configure these actions. So when I click on a button here, like one of my and then sound effects, this bit here is HTML and it's called the property inspector. So Carrie did some work in here, tuning and making this work. You formatted the document, stream as my witness. Absolutely, I get it. Commented out the previous code I can clean up in a PR. No. We're good. So the StreamDeck folks also renamed the JavaScript method to connect Elgato StreamDeck socket. This is where it kicks off the JavaScript interaction with that HTML page. So capturing the information. If there is settings, then we fire a received settings. And I was doing a call back and forth on this to pass the data back and forth and save it and fetch it from the application. Yeah, so you're receiving those settings and you're setting the label, setting the project file name. Yeah, that's good stuff. All right, and we don't have to send that back because it just came from the application. Good. Okay, so property inspector. So for the unit test interactions, send value to plug in the project file name. Okay. Okay, I'm all right with that. And then we don't need this on message handler because now we're actually receiving it properly. Okay, cool. I'm good with this. I'm very good with this. This looks like a good set of changes. And I have a merge that I can do here. Make it happen, Cap'n. So I'm going to download that. And we'll take a look. That was, I only have one branch on this one because it's a little bit smaller project. You like that they renamed the connect socket method to be more explicit. Yeah, I think that's a very good thing, Robert Tables. I was talking to Carrie. She reinstalled the software for the StreamDeck. You should be, because this is a web browser, you should be able to open a browser and actually see that HTML content. Oh my gosh, a couple followers here. Is that Olu3? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you joining us. I look forward to seeing you in the chat room, as well as is that Vlad OMS? Thanks for joining us, Vlad. Look forward to seeing you. And Maurice 777. Hello. Now 777, is that a plane reference, or are you lucky at a slot machine, or is the number 7 special to you? Let me know. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Nile Crack. Good to see you. All right. So I'm going to pull in the changes here to the StreamDeck dashboard. And let's take a look at what this looks like and actually get it running on my StreamDeck devices here. And then we'll take a look at next steps for this project. So this is under, I believe I called it StreamDeck dashboard is my folder here. Yep. I'll pull in those changes using a git pull command. There we go. And there's all the files that Carrie changed. So now I can start Visual Studio 2019. I just updated my Visual Studios. That sounds weird. I've got 2 Visual Studio 2019 versions installed. There it is. I have Visual Studio 2019 Release Candidate 1, and there was a patch that was just released. And I also have Visual Studio 2019 Preview 4 Patch 1. I think it was the same patch they applied to both. Make sure you check those out if you're running Visual Studio 2019. We have a event April 2nd. Excuse me. April 2nd, I'll be hosting the Visual Studio launch and Visual Studio launch party that evening, live from Microsoft's Channel 9. This week, though, I want you to join me on Thursday. I'm not even going to run my stream on Thursday. If you tune in here at my normal time, you'll see I'll be hosting the Visual Studio channel, where all day I'm going to have folks from the Windows team. I'm going to have some MVPs. I'm going to have some other folks teaching us about building applications for Windows using .NET, WPF, .NET Core 3, and even a little bit of Xamarin. Friday, I want you to join me. You gotta join me on Friday. Friday, we'll be running our stream at the normal time, and then as soon as I'm done, I've got Virtual Dev Intersection again for you. All right, I have to post the information on the Virtual Dev Intersection channel. But joining me will be my co-host for the day will be Richard Campbell. If you watch .NET Rocks, if you've listened to that at all, listened. It's one of the longest running podcasts. It's been a podcast since before there were podcasts. But he's the longtime host of .NET Rocks. He helps manage and run the Dev Intersection event in Orlando and Las Vegas. But we'll be co-hosting, and our guests this week, Brady Gaster, you've seen him here once or twice. We're going to be talking about SignalR with him and show a couple demos and taking your questions, of course, at the and also, if I am thrilled and honored, our second guest this week, somebody that I have tremendous respect for, Mr. Billy Hollis, the godfather of user interface design and application development, client application development. If you haven't seen Billy speak before, if you're building applications for Windows, for a desktop, not web, but desktop, you gotta hear Billy Hollis talk. You've got to listen to what he has to offer, because he is, first off, he's an amazing interview. He is a tremendously influential and inspirational speaker, and he's just a good guy. So make sure you check out the Dev Intersection channel. I'll be hosting it here while we're broadcasting, but Dev Intersection will have updated with our guests and all the information about this week's stream. April 2nd is the code party. Oh, yes. I need to make a C# party emote. That's not a bad idea. Well, already over 100 pull requests on the StreamDeck Toolkit repo. Really? Have we hit that many? Have we? Because it's been a tremendous project here. We need to, maybe we'll get into a little bit about documentation. Pull requests. Well, that number is also issues. The pull request number is also the, oh no, wait a, yeah, is also the issues. They share numbering scheme there. So it goes back and forth a little bit. Yeah, I'm not sure if we've had 100 pull requests. If I say just pull oh no, okay, all right. You got me.
A nutless monkey could do your job.
Whoa, Len. Whoa. Easy over there, all right? Got him. Yeah, you got me. Absolutely. All right. So let's take a look. I'm going to rebuild here. I'm going to there it is. It's rebuilding now. Dev interception. No. No. Oh, look at that. It already restarted my StreamDecks. Oh, man. Hey, good morning, Brandon. Good to see you. All right, so I rebuilt, and it restarted my StreamDecks, and that feels weird. Always feels weird. If I start this now, I should get the StreamDeck app launching. Yes, I know. Here it is. Sample plugin, I don't care about. Where's my other one? There it is. StreamDeck dashboard. And I should now be able to look at my left one. My left StreamDeck. There they are. I've got 2 of these. So my idea was I wanted to be able to manage it more than one unit test. I want to be able to see and interact with more than one of these. And if I choose, I want to go up a little bit more. I have a test project here. Where is it? Test. And it should start running that when I push the button. Come on. There it goes. Now it's running. That needs to be animated. I think that would be a lot better if it was animated. And look, my... So I had to disconnect a couple things here to move out. Wrong window? Oh, heck. I had to disconnect and move a couple things when I took off for that conference for Connect-A-Ha this week. And, yeah, some things got shuffled around on me, including the lights. All right, so that worked, and that worked separately from this one. So if I choose a different file here for it to watch and test, it should just hang out there and do its thing. So let's choose, I'm going to choose CoreWiki. We haven't touched this in a while, but if I leave it there, and if I'm going to press that button, and it should kick off and start monitoring that test in the background here, and it should appear separately and differently from this one. I feel like I need to put a title on there as well, right? I need to tell it that this is the, right, this is the wrong button. This is the dashboard test, right? But it doesn't actually show up there anywhere. That could be a thing. Right, need to somehow show the project name. Right, you kind of agree with me? Look at that, 40 tests passed. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. And if I go over here, these are the unit tests that go along with the one that's sitting out there. If I make this fail, yeah, I know it's turkey. Right, and I should be able to use my other buttons here.
And then
I'm going to open this in File Explorer so that I can right-click on the test and open it with Notepad. Notepad, the editor of professional developers everywhere. There we go. Change that to false. And I should see, there it is, it kicked off the run.
Smile.
Hey, good morning, Dev Lead. Yeah, or good afternoon where you are, I guess. And for all of our friends that are out there in Europe and further east than I. Hey, Svava. Oh, plenty of mischief today. But the cool thing that Carrie's fixed for us here is it remembers the state of each one of these separately. I click onto them and it knows this is the CoreWiki project. This is my test project. And if I change this, it'll rerun and output that. Mr. Demon Wolf, yes. Developers.
and then
This developer.
and then
You're a developer.
and then
Chat in the chat room and we'll have a good time, all right? I think that's fun. Is that all right? Good afternoon. You'll be in the same time zone a week from now. Yes, next week. So after we do virtual dev intersection on Friday this week, I have an event on Saturday that I'm a horse show announcer on Saturday, and that's always fun. That evening I fly to Redmond and I'll be doing my Sunday morning stream, probably from my hotel room, live from Redmond, from Seattle, and then
and then
Yeah, there we go. Tuesday, my Tuesday evening stream, I'm setting up space with Channel 9, and I want to invite a number of MVPs to join us to talk about live coding, to talk about user groups, and what it's like to get involved in this process, some of the challenges they've seen, some of the things that work for them, and have a good time doing an IRL stream with them, with some of those folks. So I've got to finish putting that together, invite some guests, and I think we'll have a good time. So I'm really liking what I see here with how these two function. Now, the next test that I want to do is when I click out of here, right, because these are all sitting in folders, and I click back in, I'd love for it to remember the state of these, because I think behind the scenes, it's still running. It's still watching and doing the test. So for just the basic interaction that we were working on before Carrie did the upgrade, it still works properly. Fantastic. But we can make it better. See what I did there? The $6 million man. Am I that old?
And then?
We'll fix these so it remembers the state of those buttons, so that hopefully as I navigate around and come back into this, I think, is it still running? What's the current state of the unit test process behind the scenes? Because the way this works is it actually kicks off a unit test process behind the scenes. Right? We can see, where is it? Unit test process start. If this is still running behind the scene, we can reattach to it and display the state. That feels like a pretty simple change. Or maybe we just save the state of it when we navigate away from this screen so that we can come back and just repaint it with the appropriate state. Make it work good. Yeah, when I'm on just the one screen, it works great. Now let's hook up when we navigate away and come back. And this feels like something that if you're doing anything that isn't just like a sound effect where you press a button and it does something, but when you actually need to display the state of something outside of the StreamDeck, we need to, coming back to what we learned from Brave Cobra, we need a little bit of a state machine. We need to be able to point to that other thing and say, well, what's your current state? Because I'm repainting the button. Let's show that and reconnect to it so that folks know exactly what's going on. Yeah, set state. Exactly. Yep. I think that sounds exactly like the kind of thing that we want to accomplish. And then I'm gonna drop in our cheers here as we start writing this next little bit. So I want to I'm going to go up here to the button press. Yeah, we don't need the property inspector connected things going on here. And I'm going to move these because we don't. I can't move anything because we're attached. All right, I will move those in a second. Where's the button press? Here it is. Gary, oh my gosh. 142. 142? 142. Thank you for that cheer. Yeah. Cool. Very cool. Gosh, I really appreciate all your support. And of course, all of our subs, all of our cheers, we're going to make donations to Black Girls Code this quarter. So we can support them so they can grow their organization, teaching young women of color, to learn how to program just like we are here on stream. Thank you so much, everybody, for all your support. I really, really appreciate it. Okay. So here's where the key button. This is where the button down happens, and this is the button up. So I want to check the state of this when we get in here. All right, so I'm going to press one of the buttons. State. What is the current state? No tests running. Interesting. But is the process out there doing its thing? I'm going to mouse over that and we'll be able to see. So the process is here and it's still running. Yeah. Okay. So we pressed it. It's not currently running, so it's going to try and start the tests. Project folder directory name. New process start info. So now it's actually gonna restart the process. I guess that'll kill it, won't it? Right? Does it just clobber it? Yeah. It just... Okay. So it clobbered the previous process and started a new one. And there it works. The quarter is almost up. Yes, it is. Oh my gosh, Robert Tables. That's very, very kind of you. What was that? 7 to 6. Look at the funny numbers for these cheers. You're not going to take her spot yet. Notice that, yet. Yep, I did see that message, Janescu. Yeah, really good stuff. This will be the epicest donation. I hope so. For those of you that don't know, stream payouts come 45 days after a month ends. So we should see the January contributions here in the next week or two. Battling for top cheer. Okay. Off Zero Bobby and Mike Jolly, I need to queue up for a stream so that we can, we can reward them for cheering and leading for an entire month. All right. So it does look like it is working, but it feels weird to restart the process. It's like I'd like to be able to attach to the existing process if it's already out there. So let's do this. I'm gonna clean up some of these comments where Carrie rightfully left some of these things around that we don't need right now. I'm going to leave that one. This is the will appear button event, and on will disappear. We're going to need these two events. Yeah. Look at all the moving. Don't need that. We will need this. Okay. We'll figure out what current state is. Yeah, look at that. All right. There we go. So we don't have this anymore, so I'm going to move these cheers because I want them to live on with us. And I'm going to put them right here and get rid of these methods that we don't have anymore. Why am I doing that when... There, she can do that. Just cleaning up code. There we go. Feels good. Let the cheerleader board games begin. Yeah, right? You're making it sound like the Hunger Games there. Okay. I think I'm good and don't need to modify these other bits here yet. This bit, the unit test settings, this is the state that I think we want to persist during the appear and disappear of the button. Here we go. On will appear and on will disappear. These two events. Oh my gosh. Yes, Devly, that bit. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Yeah, we will, and we'll make another. That was Quill Tony's voice. Absolutely. I'm looking for some more of our friends on Twitch to clip and with their permission use as sound effects here on the channel. So yeah, make sure you follow Quill Tony. She's working. She's actually doing speed quilting today. That's like speed running and sewing and crafting all in one. Kind of crazy. Perhaps you should aggregate bits. How so? Aggregate bits across months. The at the top of the chat room there is you're listed twice. Oh, you mean in here somewhere? So I do have something that we're going to work on with that. Yes. Yes, Carrie, that's kind of the direction I was thinking of going. On the right in stream. Ryolite, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you joining us. Look forward to seeing you in the chat room. Are you talking about in the event list? Is that what you're referring to? Just below chat? Yeah, that. It shows each separate event individually. So if there's a cheer for one amount and then again, and they happen fast enough, it'll list them both twice. Is that Error Tank? Welcome. Hello. Good to see you. All right. So the model that Carrie's referring to, right? There's a model. There it is. Unit test settings model. So our actions have a generic type for a model that they're going to pass back and forth through the settings. Hey, President Not Sure. The Clippy, the rainbow bearded Clippy emote is another one that's getting an overhaul from Corgi Candy, and yeah, that's going to be a very good thing. So Carrie, let me ask you, because I don't know this, is the model being persisted automatically for us on the change? Lannon. Oh, look at this. Lannon's calling out PH16. The Philadelphia gamers with the bricks and the 12 bits. I don't have a 12-bit announcement like our friend Ellieface does. So they're doing a charity stream all weekend long, playing games on Tom McHugh's channel. We've seen Tom here a couple times. And we might... I know we normally raid Suze Hinton after this. We might raid Tom today because they're doing a charity stream, and I want to make sure that that you get a chance to check him out and what they're doing over there. It's a bunch of Philadelphia area streamers playing games, raising money. The StreamDeck software is persisting it. So in the set settings, it will persist it. Are we sending it to the StreamDeck software? Yeah, we call set settings behind this, and it will. But the model that we have here, the settings model, is that being persisted back and forth already. Let's go to... Which one is it? Not Stream Tools. No. Open another project. StreamDeck first is unfortunately what I called it. It's over here. It is. Okay. Let me take a look. Because honestly I forget it. Base StreamDeck action. I thought that there was base StreamDeck action with settings as well. Where'd that one go? Find that. Not in the current document. Entire solution. Find them all. No, I don't see it. I know we have this. Or did I not pull in the changes over here? You know what? I didn't. I'm terrible like that. Let's go get those. Ugh. What do I have here? Nah, I'm okay with that. Git pull upstream dev. That's not dev. There we go. Type it right, Jeff. There it is. Base StreamDeck action with settings. So this, we're going to want to, for our documentation purposes, you know what, maybe we do a little bit of that here today. We're going to want to start putting definitions, some inline comments around these, so we can generate some of the documentation around this. So on will appear and is it on will disappear? It's not on will disappear. Set model properties. Cool. I like that being built for me. But I think on disappear, I think we need it. I think I'm only the developer on Twitch using a Mac. No, Ryolite, you are not. I am doing some AI stuff, not deep learning nets or reinforcement learning. But we've definitely wired up some cognitive services to this channel, including the sentiment analysis you see over here underneath me. But our friend Suze Hinton, No Opcat, she also streams with a Mac. A number of other folks on the Live Coders team. You can find the Live Coders team underneath me, right over here. It's that way. Make sure you check out the Live Coders team. There's a number of folks that are using a Mac over there. I think, Brandon, do you use a Mac? I thought our friend Brandon Satcham used a Mac as well. Do you know what runs the sentiment analysis? Mine is being done on Azure, using Azure Cognitive Services. I'm going to reach out to the folks on the ML.net team and bring in somebody to help us out with it. And run it locally to the stream tools. So, yeah, I think I want on will disappear when the button is going to be navigated away from. I think we want to save those settings as well. But the way that this is structured right now, I need to do that. You're using a Mac. YM is great for .NET documentation. Yes, it is. Yep. Cool. Thank you, Lannon, for sharing that link. How do you find the live dev team link? Not a problem. So it's the Live Coders team. Robert Tables linked it just above. And underneath the video here, if you scroll down a little bit, there's the title of today's stream. And then it says the category, Science and Technology. And then next to that, it says Team Live Coders. And Live Coders is a link. Go ahead and click that, and it'll take you through. Yeah, this feels like we should have a matching on will disappear method. I'm not going to get into that right now, but I'm going to write that. I don't need to build this because my settings model, if I populate it properly, should persist and carry around my unit test information. Carrie, that was a carry information, and Carrie wrote that piece. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, there's the state, the unit test button state, right, which is right now just a enum, right? So unit test settings model, well, I don't need to just persist the state here, right? And I don't need to override, right? That settings model, here, right? I could say base dot, right? Settings model, there it is. So I could interact with the settings model instead of managing state over here, right? In a separate property, I can take my unit test settings and use the state inside of that. So I have a richer definition of what state is and interact there. Twitch dev community is a whole lot more welcoming and positive. Yes, it is. Check us out. There's a lot of great stuff out there. And some gaming communities are quite toxic. Potato Quality is here. Good afternoon, miss. It's great to see you. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. She's another streamer on the Live Coders team, just like Robert Tables. And who else is here? And Code Pagoda is here. Gosh, hello. It's the right time. Rambling Geek is another member of the team. I'm going to start shuffling the team list so that new folks get bumped to the top there, and it's easy to see folks. Make sure you check out Potato Quality. Thanks so much, Robert Tables, for the shout out there. Yeah, So Potato Quality, she's doing great stuff with database and PowerShell. Using PowerShell core, so it's cross-platform on her stream, and she's got a couple open source projects she's working on. Got to check her out. Always really good insight on the state of PowerShell. And she's a PowerShell MVP. Phenomenal.
Totes my goats.
Yeah. You got it. Oh, my gosh. Please, don't call me Jeffrey. Everybody calls me Fritz. My friends call me Fritz. You're going to be doing live coding in Python and JavaScript once you get back from 6th Science Camp this week. Let me know how it goes, Rhyolite, and we're going to be posting some of the qualifications for folks to join the team. I'll need to do that later today. I'm way late on that, and I want to pull the team members together here. I want to get us into a chat, into a discussion, and talk about what we want to do as a team. What are going to be some projects that we can collaborate on? How can we cross-promote each other so that some of the folks that don't have as many followers get some traction? And if some folks come into my chat and they ask about Python, well, you know what? We've got Ninja Bunny 9000 writing Python on the team. 6th grade science camp. That's phenomenal. Oh my gosh. I love supporting young folks learning the sciences and technology. Thin doesn't have a weight loss problem, do you? Thanks so much for the follow. I enjoy you joining us. Ninja Bunny 9000. Right, isn't it Ninja Bunny 9000? Do I have it wrong? I probably have it wrong. I probably spelled it wrong. Pronounced it wrong. Something. What is it? How you doing, Thin? Thank you for joining us. Yeah, we had the daylight savings time switch. Oh, come on. How am I forgetting it? Oh, and using your Twitch Prime with us. Thank you so much. We'll make a donation to Black Girls Code this quarter, and you're going to get access to, I think there's 12 emotes right now. There's a 13th waiting in the wings. And, yeah, you'll get a purple mug there, and we'll, like I said, we'll support Black Girls Code. Thank you so much for joining us. All right. So I'm going to change this so we're using unit test settings instead of this button state here so that we're passing a richer settings object around. I have a feeling I need to also mark this as serializable so that it can get converted into JSON to be sent back and forth. One of us, indeed. The Streamlabs scheduler did show the wrong time. Oh, rats. Is it worth having a Twitch Prime account as a content creator? Yes. If you have a Twitch Prime account, Twitch will save your recordings for 60 days. Or, by default, it's 14 days. Stelzy for 5 months. Thank you so much for that subscription. And we'll make another donation to Black Girls Code. Phenomenal. Thank you for the support. Bobby Bobbington. Welcome. Is it Bobby? Is it Bob? Is it Robert? Welcome, Bobby. Thank you for joining us here on the channel. Still one of us. Indeed. We're pushing that meter there across. 5654. When that gets to 7,000 before May 1st, I'm dyeing my beard rainbow for Microsoft Build 2019. And I'm going to be teaching all through the event. I've got a couple things planned there. Once we sign the contracts, dot the I's, cross the T's, when the ink is still wet, I'll let you know. And I do have a giveaway for Build that we're going to talk about here on stream probably this week. It's David. David? David who? It's David. All right, so I'm now saving unit test settings here, which you can see in the gutter here, in the scroll bar. Visual Studio does me this really nice favor of showing me every place where I just broke my code by putting a little red dot where that code is that no longer works. Oh, I see what you did there. All right. So I'm going to go through here and fix all these references now that are kind of broken. And I can start right here. State isn't unit test, button state, no test running. This is now settings model dot. Right, state. I thought state was right there. Public unit test. Right, settings model is unit test settings model. Where did unit test settings model go? That's somewhere else. Wrong button. You know what? I think we can do better. I think we can remove this and use the one that I have. And yeah, let's do that. Remove that. Change this so that it's I'm flying through things here because I can. Karnak, you're not running. Oh, potato quality with the Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, that is tremendous. And we'll make another donation to Black Girls Code. Phenomenal. Watching and learning from Potato Quality, Fritz, and Robertables makes for Robert Tables makes for a very good day. Well, thank you, Enu235. I appreciate you joining us. Elladrix HD. When you need your high def Elladrixes, check out Elladrix HD. It'll take the headaches away. No, I don't know. Welcome, Elladrix. Thanks so much for joining us. I didn't realize you already have one. What do I have? Yeah, no problem. It was kind of hiding down here, and it wasn't in the right place, to be perfectly honest. So let's move this to its own file. There it is, unit test settings. And I'm going to move this into the models folder because this is a model. This is a POCO class, right? A plain old CLR object that I just want to be able to pass around easily. And I'll change my namespace so it's models up here. We'll need to be able to have the state. Good. All right, now I can go back to my action. And if I go through here a little bit, let me go all the way up to the top. This is now just unit test settings, right? Right? Isn't that the thing? Isn't that what I called it? No. What? Uh-oh. What did I do? Internal partial class unit test action. No. I don't need it inside of another class. That would be bad. I mean, I could, but I don't need it. Right? And now it's inaccessible. Unit test action, unit test button state. Okay. So let me go back over here. This is a public enum. Well, I don't need to using static on that. I can just, right? No. It wants to using static on it. Property type is less accessible than unit test settings dot state. Unit test action, unit test button state. How's it less accessible? It's public. Oh, and it's inside of a internal partial. Well, this one shouldn't be partial anymore. I can make this public. Public. Right? Let's see. Hey, good morning, Dryad T. So great to see you. There's Dryad T. We all learn from each other. Yes, Robert Tables. And that's something I want to make sure that folks that are watching here on Twitch, maybe you like technology. Maybe this is what you do for a living, write code like I am here. There's other things to learn here. This is a great big soup. It's a great big bowl of chili with all kinds of different ingredients. Amazing things out there, whether it's folks like we mentioned Quiltoni earlier, writing, building, sewing quilts, speed quilting over there on her channel, or our friend Fierce Kittens. She makes purses. There's other folks out there that are painting. Dryad Tea was making mugs, little teacups and mugs on her stream last week. Make sure you check out Dryad Tea. Can we get a shout out for Dryad Tea as well? And she's a small business owner who is an expert in all kinds of teas. I don't know anything about this, but you know what? It's tremendous to watch and learn something about. So whether you're writing code with us or you're doing some of those other things, expand your horizons. Welcome other folks. Go check out some of those other streams. Not while I'm broadcasting, wait and, when I'm done, go check them out. And have a good time. Carrie, thank you so much for that tier 1 sub. Yeah, on the streak here. There you go. 3 months in a row. Phenomenal. Can you ask a C# beginner question? Absolutely, Benjamin. Hey, Nick Larson's here. Good morning. Good morning, Nick. Chris Jones, hello. A soup. Yes, absolutely. It's better than saying like a bowl of rice checks or cereal. Soup, right? Okay, is that blasai? Right, I'm thinking acai, like acai berries. How do you pronounce that? Thank you so much for joining us and bringing the Twitch Prime subscription. I'll make a donation to Black Girls Code. That's phenomenal. Thank you so much. Did I see the shout? I didn't see a shout out. Let me do it real quick. For Dryad Tea. There we go. You are the Epiphone to die. Oh, okay. Well, thanks so much for joining us. There we go. Follow Dryad Tea. There we go. You use it with me. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. And I want to make sure after we make our donation, you'll see when I make the donation. We'll have I'll try and schedule somebody from Black Girls Code to join us for a stream. So we can share the good news with them. And if you don't know it or not only am I matching the first $500 that are donated, but my employer will match. So for the first 500 subs, cheers that we had for this quarter, your sub is not being just matched by me. It's being quadrupled. Oh my gosh. Rambling Geek, thank you so much for those biddies. Absolutely. Thank you very, very much. Now that I've moved some things around here, let me record some of these cheers. Matching the match. Who matches the matchers? I don't know. But it's good to know that everything's being matched and we're helping other folks. See that? Oh my gosh, Carrie with another 500 bits. Thank you very, very much. Wow. When I write the on will disappear, I'll write in today's cheers here, and we'll talk about some of our cheer graffiti. I don't think I recorded Rambling Geeks 200 there. Let me bump that. All right. So I need to fix some of these state interactions. So here's where it's checking the state. This is not going to be just state now, right? It's now settings model dot state. Johnny ETC. Thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate you joining us. And look forward to seeing you in the chat room, Johnny. We're always ready to welcome new folks. So there was a mention about a beginner C# question from Benjamin. Go ahead, drop your question in the chat room, and either the mods will help you out with it, or I'll take a peek over there and be able to help as well. Let me just update these. Settings model dot state. So I'm also looking over here and seeing where the red is. So this is where we're going to need to fix on will disappear. And this might be real easy to fix. Let's finish here. Settings model dot, model dot state. And that settings model is being passed back and forth from our code to the StreamDeck application, so that it's managing that information, just like an HTTP cookie, right? Just like you would see on the web, you got that same type of interaction here. Fantastic. All right, so we've got those all cleaned up. So up here, this is where the on will disappear happens. So if we look at the StreamDeck device, and here's the management of it, these are our 2 unit test things. When I click away, right, because we're inside of a folder with 15 fresh buttons here, when I click away, that's the on will disappear event happening. The buttons disappeared. We want to save that state, be able to fetch it, and repaint the buttons so they look the same. Very good. StreamDeck is treating us all very well today. It is very well today. I think we've really solidified some of our libraries around this, and the updates that our friends at Elgato have made for this release really fixed some important bugs. Typing is hard, you know. And when I dictate to my app, to my phone, to put things into Twitch, it never writes the right thing. You're in a for loop to check each car from a string. If index I is a number of type int, I got a temp variable with digits 0 to 9. In the loop, I have an if statement if temp var2 string contains one of those checked. The first digit is a 2 in the check string, but I get a 50. Yeah, you're looking at a character code there. And I'd be curious why you're doing a for each across a string to look at each one of the digits. I'd be curious why you're doing that. There's other ways to act on a string that are a little bit better with memory management than a for loop across a string. Thin. Oh my gosh, Thin with 1,000 biddies. 1,001. Wowie, wow. Thank you so much. And we need to get our cheer graffiti in here so we can recognize some of you folks. Do I drink tea? You know what? I haven't had tea in a while. And it's mostly been because I switched off coffee entirely and went to G Fuel. But I do enjoy tea occasionally. Not as much as I'd like to. I probably should drink more tea instead of G Fuel. Right, Robert Tables? I drink a bit of tea. What can I tell you? A bit of G Fuel. A bit. The G Fuel folks know who I am, and we've had some sponsorships from them. We've given away a couple of starter packs for G Fuel here on stream. Tell you about G Fuel. Potato quality, let me tell you about G Fuel. G Fuel is an amazing product. It's an energy drink. I've got 5 of these things around here, and I need to order more because I'm running low on all of them. There it is right there. It's great stuff. It's a 25 calorie energy drink. In one scoop is about the same amount of caffeine as a cup of coffee. So when you get a starter kit, it's $5 to $10. They send you a bunch of single serving envelopes, and they'll send you a cup like this, a shaker cup. You fill up the cup with cold water. Ice water works magnificent. Drop in either a scoop from a tub like that or single serving, and not only does it have the caffeine, but it's also got L-Dopa in it. That helps your dopamine absorption, which means you get happy. No sugar in it, no crash. When I travel, it's amazing for dealing with jet lag. Really, really good for that. You love Highball, just carbonated water and caffeine. Okay, if that works for you, fantastic. I tried this a while ago, and I was at Ellie Face's house, and we did. I was there for a charity stream, and they had a huge container made up of G Fuel, and I tried some, and I've been hooked since. It's really nice. A G Fuel command. Tell you what, Hugo, can you open an issue in the Stream Tools, fritz.streamtools repository? I think we can add that. 0 carbs. Because it's got no sugar. I'm looking. Energy complex. It's got taurine. Right, that's caffeine, of course. Yeah. Total carbohydrates. I'm sorry, here we go. 5 grams. 5 grams of carbohydrates. Dang it. What? Gonna check it out if there's no taurine. There is taurine, yes. I do not have an affiliate code. That's a really good question. It has taurine, Oh my gosh. The label here is really hard to read. Yeah. This one has taurine. This is sour cherry. Does this one? This one is peach iced tea. I know I just showed that and you couldn't even see it here. 5 carbohydrates. Yeah, taurine's the first entry on the energy complex. Taurine varies by flavor. Nah, it didn't look like it. Hardware magnifying headsets. Maybe. That would be cool. Maybe I should reach out to the G Fuel folks and ask about an affiliate code. That's not a bad idea. All right. So getting back into the code here. Anyways, I need like an anyways or get back at it. Do it. I've got Shia LaBeouf. What more do you need? So this is the on-will disappear method. So when I navigate away from this, that method just fired. And when I navigate back in, the on will appear fired. So I want to make sure that I use that state that was handed to me and set things appropriately inside this class. So I think set settings async. I can talk today, I promise. We're going to put settings model there, and that should persist on the disappear. Does everyone use G Fuel while programming? Instead of drinking coffee or drinking Mountain Dew, I drink G Fuel. I like how G Fuel, which helps with focus, comes up and derails the stream every time. It does. You're right. Black on Blackberry is the best G Fuel flavor. Are you referring to the Doc? Are you referring to Dr. Disrespect? Black on... It is a pretty good flavor. That's what I'm drinking today. So, major respect to Dr. Disrespect. The guy has tremendous production values, and he's a phenomenal streamer. Really has a great audience. Not always my cup of tea. Tea. That he presents, but he's doing a great job. Coffee and water for you. All right. Espresso. Oh, espresso. Good to see you, Moz. Hello, hello. Mainly stick with water and occasionally have coffee. Yeah. So let me go through here. So the settings are going to persist here. So when it appears, I don't need to get the state. It's already being done for us. The project file name, well, that's coming out inside my settings because my settings has the project file name. And now it has the state. So I should be able to, when it appears, I don't want to return base will appear. I want to, I don't need these. And then I'm going to copy in these cheers. I'm going to, before I think about that, let's copy in the cheers. I have a little snippet that helps me with these. And we have Rambling Geek. Spell it right. What day is today? Today is the 10th. Dev lead. All right. I'd love if I could get this auto-completed for me. And we've always said that we'd love to have the bot be able to do this also. Maybe that's something we'll do in the next few weeks. Oh my gosh, dev lead with another 100. Wow. Thank you very, very much. I'll bump that up. And we do have a project that uses Roslyn to analyze these.
Let's start a bit war, shall we?
Oh, that's very kind of you. Oh my gosh. And then we had 1001 from Thin. So Thin, your name's going to go here in our code so that everybody sees it, and we're going to start building out. Oh, Dryad Tea. Thank you very much, very much. There we go. And that'll stick with our code. We're going to build, we've got a project out there. It's in the Fritz and Friends repository organization here on GitHub. We have a project that we started that's going to generate a supporters page for GitHub repositories because it parses and reports on the cheer graffiti. And we're going to generate a supporters MD file so that folks can see, hey, this project was helped, encouraged with great support from these folks. Bits for bytes. Absolutely. You can see more about that below me here. Without question. Just had a thought for the cheer snippet to get the date automatically using something like auto hotkey. Ooh. If we don't add those properties in the JavaScript, if maybe they'll get lost if updating the property inspector. Let's find out. Let's find out. So on will appear. So when the button appears, I want to set the appropriate image and I want to set the appropriate text for the last state of the test that ran. Johan had one? Did I miss that? Oh my gosh. Did you have one, Johan? No. Where's the no? I'm sorry. Did you? Let me do this. I'm going to click there. Oh, on this Let's Start a Bit War. That was Johan. All right, we'll do that. Not a problem. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Johan B.
I want to join in.
Chris. Thank you very, very much. Oh my gosh. 500 biddies from Chris. It's CMJ Chris Jones. Oops. Forgot the date. Very cool. Thank you very much. All right, there we go. So I need to set the state. I don't want to return the base will appear. I think I need to just the big electron. Thank you for the follow. Is that like the big ragu? Is that a reference to Laverne and Shirley? No. Well, welcome, the big electron. That's bigger than a normal electron. Why is it bigger than a normal electron? Can't snippets have today's date in them like how file headers have? You know what, Cyber Benny? I looked at that, and when we wrote the snippet, we tried to have it autocomplete that, and it doesn't. You're supposed to be figuring out multi-tenant stuff. Hey, Michael Jolly, good to see you. All right. Yeah, absolutely. So the replays are always available on the YouTube channel about a day or so later. As a Twitch partner, they want me to keep things around on Twitch for a day at least. Codebase Alpha, hello, hello. So let's go through here. We need the on will appear firing because it will actually bring those settings out. Andre.
Can't be outdone by it, Chris Jones.
Thank you very, very much for that. That was 500 from It's Andre, 88 UK.
You should get some of the Black Girls Code volunteers on the stream.
Absolutely, Devlead. I'm going to just bump this up right here. There we go. Thank you very, very much. 500. Oops, you're right. You're right. All right. Pardon me. I've got phlegm. Ugh. Or maybe just update the snippet before every stream. Oh, that's even easier. Oh my gosh. I didn't even think about that. All right, so I need to set the state of the button at this point. So the state of the button, do I already have things down here? Set button from test results async. So I can set the state here. Failed and the image, right? I feel like I need a second version of this. No. Yeah, let's refactor this a little bit. Right? Leave that the way it is, kind of. And let's have int successful tests, int failed tests. I think that's it. Oh my gosh.
Have to make it an even number.
Thank you so much, Thin. Yeah, we'll make that an even number for you. Thank you very, very much. Save your Prime for me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So in this version, I don't need to figure out that. The number of past tests goes here. And the number of failed tests goes here. So this is the number of failed tests. If failed tests equals, now I can change that to a real number, 0. Now that's the skipped tests. I guess I need skip tests. All right, fine. default that. So skip tests equals 0. Yeah, so to Dryad T's question, I would love to drink more tea, get that more into my diet. I need to figure out and get the right timing in here. And I use a Keurig machine to make hot water. I know that's probably a bad thing, isn't it? It's just fast, you know? There we go. All right, so now we're passing actual numbers instead of a string in. And then it sets the state to no tests runnings. So what I'm thinking is I want to take the number of successful and failed tests into my state so that when I come back and I paint the screen, I paint it appropriately using this method, which means I should be able tea flavored G Fuel. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh my.
That could be a thing. Well, I've already got peach iced tea, and it's peach iced tea. It's like, right? Take the numbers as an object. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. Doing the simplest thing is the hardest. You're absolutely right. What would be a good language to start out with to make small stream plugins for the... Now, what do you mean by a stream plugin? Because there's... Are you talking about video plugins like what you see over here with Steve Ballmer showing up? Or the numbers and things that I have here? Or are you talking about an extension like what Twitch supports, like the GitHub below me here and the Stream Team panels below me? What type of plugin are you looking to do, Thin? Real black tea has more caffeine than normal coffee. Really? I didn't know that. I got to keep my whistle wet here, otherwise I'm going to start choking again. So I've got the results here. I should be able to now pass and reuse that other method, right? Return set button results, and then not the string data, but now I should be able to say int.parse, right? So the past is the past values are these, and then the failed are int.parse those, and then the skipped is going to be this one. Int.parse that. And I think we've got it. I don't need that. Now, why is it giving me is an async model method that returns task. A return keyword must not be followed by an object expression. Yeah. So if I do... Right, now it wants me to await it. There we go. Is the build giveaway over? No, it hasn't started yet. When the build giveaway happens, you'll see information below it here on stream, and there's going to be a ton of promotion on it. We had a little bit of a challenge with some things that we've gotten squared away over the past week. For other already started projects, such as OBS. Oh, well, if you're working with OBS, you need to be in C++. That's the programming language they use for OBS. And anything further that you want to do integrating with OBS, yeah, check out what they're doing there. All that source code is open and available for folks. Need to start having yerba mate again. Yerba mate? I'm not familiar with yerba mate. Have Amazon do the heavy lifting. The Windows 10 calculator that's now open source. Is it managed C++? I don't know. I haven't looked at it yet. So, okay, so that should continue working, but this means I can come up here to my state. Let's open up our unit test settings, and let's put the state in there as well. So I'm going to use a snippet here from my properties. Let's call this past tests, Past test count. Yeah. I'll use another one here for failed test count. And one more for ignored test count. So that I have that information that I can pass back and forth. Should someone make .NET bindings if that doesn't exist yet? Maybe. That's for OBS. That's maybe. Sure. It could be done. It would certainly open up their community a little bit. Yeah. I don't see that being too much of a problem. So from here in the central method, I'll say settings model dot past test count equals. I need to. Let's rename this to past test count. Yeah. Go. There we go. Failed test count. And we'll rename this one. I'm hitting F2 to get into the rename. Skipped test count. There we go. So we got kind of consistent naming there. So now settings test. Failed test count equals failed test count. Settings model ignored test count equals. Oh, we called it skipped, didn't I? Oh, rats. Fine. We'll rename this. There we go. It was all dynamic type stuff. Yes. What did Robertable say? Roybos? Dryad Tea, what do you know about... oh boy. How do you pronounce that? You're right. Automapper would do that. Automapper would do these. Interesting. Hugo. Wow. The favorite tea is the tea in Jeffrey T. Fritz and James T. Kirk. T does not stand for Tiberius. It stands for trustworthy. Helio MGG. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you joining. Not Jeffrey Tiberius. No, it's trustworthy. Roy E. Bose. Ah, okay, there we go. Thank you for the help with that. I appreciate that. And now I know how to pronounce it. And I'm learning something new. Is the best tea kind. Really? Commander Captain C Sharp, kind of. I've got the Captain Marvel hat. Yeah, absolutely. 100% caffeine free. People love it or hate it. Oh. All right, so we're saving the test counts here, and they're in our settings. So now I should be able to, when we get data back, when the button appears, where is it? On will appear. So base on will appear. Now I can call, right? What was it? Set button from test results async. Yeah. Not the data, but yeah, here we are. So settings model past. Settings model failed. Settings model ignore it. And I'm going to return that. Fancy. Cool. And mate is mate? Really? I did not know that. As in coffee mate? I put some coffee mate in mine? That's... Never mind. I'm bad. I'm sorry. My bad. Who knows? I use coffee mate. Imitation creamer. No. Sweet aftertaste. Ooh. Okay. So the Aussies have been pronouncing it wrong the whole time. The Aussies have been pronouncing it wrong. Oh, that's such good trolling. Oh, that's amazing. Coffee mate or target? It's not target. No. All right, so now we're saving. On Will Appear, we're going to get our settings, and then we're going to save the state onto our buttons. So this should actually work a little bit better now at remembering the state of the button when we navigate away and come back. So let's restart. All right, StreamDeck dashboard. There we go. No! Wrong button. And now I feel shame. Fine, I'm over here now. Sample plugin. I don't want to debug that one. All right, fine. We're going to move you over there. We're going to move this over here. And we're going to take a look and watch this thing run. Yeah, continue. I'm trying to click the continue button. There we go. All right, here we go. Right. Yeah, so Carrie made up some vinyl stickers. I've got an order I'm building for Sticker Mule, so I can make up some stickers so I can take with me to. I'll be at Code Stock in Tennessee, and then we'll have another set of stickers. Look at that; it already ran them and put the wrong numbers in there. I think that's okay. And then we're gonna also have. I'm gonna have a ton of stickers with me at build. So I want to force this to rerun that unit test. So I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to change this and make it fail. So I save that. This should rerun on its own because it's watching. Always watching. Oh, you know what? It loaded and set that because of... You need stickers? I'm going to make... get stickers sent out. They're going to be a thing. Cool stickers like this one. Put that potato cat there. Is Fierce Kittens here? No, she's not here? Fine, we'll take that away. No Fierce Kittens for you. We're going to go parachuting in. Right. The Fierce Kitten parachuting in there. There you go. Yeah, we'll get some stickers made and sent out. So... we found a bug immediately here. It's setting the state, even though the state isn't that it's running. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. It makes sense to me. So let me stop this. Make that extra Visual Studio go away, because I don't need 4 Visual Studios running. That's a terrible thing. Visual Studio, it's a terrible thing to waste. Okay. Plenty of space, only have 2 stickers. Yeah, we got to get some stickers made up and sent out. Definitely. So this, I only want to do that when the state is... I only want to do that when there is a past test count. Well, when either of those is 0. No. I want to do that when process. Yeah, when the process is a thing. Yeah. Right? So because there is a unit test process hanging out here, if that does not equal null, then we'll do this. Otherwise, return task, completed task. Right? I think that's what I want to do. If you put your sticker designs up on Sticker Mule, people can order them at their leisure. Not a bad idea. I can do that. Come on back. There it is. All right, so the dashboard I want running here. That one I don't want. Come over to this. Start that. So it did appear, right? And it didn't set the state. Good. So I'll kick this one off so it runs the unit tests. There it is, running. There it is. All right, so it properly reports failed. I'll step up 1, come back in, and it remembers, and there it is. Fantastic. Let's kick this one off. So I just pressed the button here on the physical device. It's running. And this one had 40 tests, I think. So it should come back from there. There we go. If I step up and come back, it remembers and paints the state properly. Fantastic. That was easy. That was really easy to do. And because we have that base class now that remembers the model, all I had to do was attach, here's the state of it, and teach it how to paint the button appropriately. I think the last thing that we want to do is we want to put the project name on the button. Right? And part of me is thinking, well, let's put the project. Let's start with just the project name. And then I want to... Where are we here? How are we on time? About 15 minutes. I need to send me some DBA tools. Oh, fantastic. Potato quality. That sounds very cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. So if I want to put the project name on there, let's stop this. Go back into the test action. Why am I... Let's see. Yeah, there we go. So this is where it's setting the title. Manager set title async. Maybe we have a method that uniformly sets the title and detects exactly how to format the title, so that it's not just whether it passed, failed, but it also has the project name to pass in as well. Oh, cool. Okay, I got your message there, potato quality. Yeah, I will not a problem to share my address. I do need to get a PO box at some point here. The invading Flurkin. See what I did there? It's in the template. What's in the template? I missed it. Add a category in the manifest. Yes, I do. I do need to add that. Let me... so let's put together just a simple method to set the manager. I can make it private. Async. Just so I can universally do this. Set title. Async. String title. And just put these all in one place. No, wait a sec. String project name int passed test count int failed test count. Okay. And then up here we can say set title async and pass in. Well, I don't have the title here. We'll figure that out. The passed test count, failed test count. We're gonna want to await that. Yeah, I think that's fine. We can't just send mail to C# Fritz 1 Microsoft Way Redmond. No, actually, folks. True story. There's folks in Redmond that have tried to inter-office me mail stuff, and it's never arrived. And no, I'm not important. Trust me. Oh, I'm not important. I'm way down at the bottom of the food chain. There's people named, and somebody not named Scott, somebody else not named Scott, and then that wears a red shirt. Yeah. Okay. So that will set the title async if we had the project name. So the project name, I feel like if we put that like this and then put 2 carriage returns and then passed failed, I think that will fit nice. Nabshin, thank you for joining us. I appreciate you following. Yes, the .NET Foundation has some great stickers. And actually, the .NET bot and the C#, you can get those from the .NET Foundation store. Yeah. So this coming in over here, I have the project name. Right, we set that. Come here, you. Oh my gosh. Jit Cypher. I see what you're doing there. Just in time compiling. Thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate you joining us, and I look forward to seeing you in the chat room. Settings model. Well, the settings model has the full file name, right? I guess I could just get it out of there. Set button from. You know what? Let's set up a property that just exposes that and does that for me. And I thought I got rid of this. You're not a thing anymore. 0 references. Good. Goodbye. I love deleting code. Deleting code is awesome. Hey, there you are. Thanks for the winky in chat. Look forward to talking with you and working on some code here. So I can put together just a simple property here, right? Public string project name, and have this do the file info. It's a new file info I need to do to get that base project name. And that's going to come out of come on now. Settings model dot project file name. Oh, shoot. Why am I doing it here? Why am I doing it there? I could do it over here. DNet78 with the resub 3 months. That's going to put you into a red mug. Thank you so much, and we'll make a donation to Black Girls Code. Thanks so much. This is not going to be serialized, so we're going to do a get. I need the new file info. Hey Betov, 1998. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you joining us. Why isn't it like that? Not valid for it. Only valid on field declarations. Fine. I don't mind. Control-A delete feels awesome. It does. $15 in postage is a lot, Jumbo. I don't blame you. You miss Code Lens. Why do you miss Code Lens? Oh. Code Lens. Yeah. Yeah. Code Lens is only available in Visual Studio 2017 Enterprise Edition or Professional. You need to have a paid edition to get Code Lens. But you can get Visual Studio 2019 Enterprise Edition RC and use that now in preview. Yeah, that's a lot for shipping stickers. So this, yeah, I'm working on that, all right? I should be able to say project file name, and I want just the name. Yeah, I think that works, right? Oh, wait a sec. Let's do this. That works, right? That's good syntax for it. Name of the project without the full path and extension. And at some point I want to update this to be able to support like JUnit tests and other JavaScript tests, so you can run those tests here on the StreamDeck as well, not just .NET. But make it work with what I know, and then reach out and enable some of those other. Isn't Code Lens coming to 2019 community? Has that been announced? Yeah, missing the summit. Bringing cake stickers. Ooh, cake. Yeah, I need to bring stickers to summit. I need to get stickers for summit. Oh, crumbs. Where'd it go? Set title. This is being used in one place right there. And now I can say settings model dot project name. That'll do. So then on will appear, I can also. Oh no, that'll take care of it right there as well. And I'll get the same format. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it works. That'd be awesome if that were to be the case. Yeah, was that announced? I don't know. I'm I'm trying to be careful because I know some things that are coming to Visual Studio 2019, know some things are not, and I want to make sure that that I don't get the bosses mad at me. Last thing you want is to get a phone call from complaining about, hey, what did you do? You did it live on your channel, and everybody knows now. All right, so over here, there's the thing. I feel like I should have the project name on here also when it's in stopped state. Let's remember that. All right, so I'm going to press the one button here, let it run the tests. Tests running, doing their thing. Yeah, let's get rid of the extension on that also. Live coding is very live. Oh yeah, all live, all the time. And it scares some folks. We're at exactly 50% sentiment. Are you kidding? Oh, there it goes. Down? Down? Can you run them simultaneously? You betcha. There, that one's running. And now this one's running. Right? So they're both running, right? So, you're worried about the sentiment? No, don't get worried about the sentiment. You love the sentiment. The sentiment's amazing. It's going up. Going way up. It's phenomenal. Look, we love our viewers here. Happy, happy. Going up. Come on. Move. Thank you. 110%. Absolutely. So look, that's running and it failed. The daughters are making lunch and asking, how long should I cook this? Let's see. There we go. Amazing, fantastic. Luz Kennan. Hello, hello. Ethical Coder. Phenomenal. Welcome, Ethical Coder. It's great to see you here in chat. This says it's still running, and that bothers me. Is it still running? Is it... Forcer's blog post says it's available in Community Edition. Fantastic. Okay. Robert Tables, 502 biddies. Oh my gosh. Thank you very, very much. We are working down in here. I'm going to put that cheer right here. 502 for Robert Tables. Thank you. Takes the lead. By one. This is going to be neck and neck. I need to practice announcing a horse race so that when a cheer war does break out, I can announce it and sound like I'm calling a horse race. So, all right, I need... Where was I? I want to drop the project name. I want to drop the file extension off of that. So I don't need just name. Right? Isn't there like a name without extension? Not full name. Well, I can get the extension and chop it off. Right? So if I did name and I did substring 0 to the names. Oh my gosh. Well, hang on. Who's that? Carrie with 342. Thank you very much. 342. And I will make donations to Black Girls Code. Thank you very, very much. Let's do this. Make this a get. Right, and this is ugly right now, but we will fix it. Right, var name equals, and then we can say name dot, no, let's call this the file. The file.name, substring 0, and then we can say the file. Extension plus dot length plus 1. So we get the point out of there also. And we need to return that. Path class has get without extension. Does it? Are you kidding? Path dot get file name without extension. Son of a gun! All right. Thank you. I knew there was... I thought there was one here somewhere. Well, now I can go back to using the fat arrow notation, can't I? That's much better. Thank you. I knew I was doing more. Oh, yeah. Mario Andretti kept having a few problems there. Okay. So set title. So let's do this. Let's do this. Pass test count. Let's make this a conditional. Greater than 0 or failed test count greater than 0. Then we're going to make it that format. Otherwise, we'll make it just the project name. Dev lead. Thank you so much for that cheer. Will that error if the project path or path is empty? Maybe. I'm going to put that from dev lead right here. That was 200. Thank you so much. And we will match and make a donation to Black Girls Code. Good point. If the project name is empty. Back here. Get file name without extension. All right, so let's make this conditional. String dot is null or empty project file name. Then we'll just return empty string. And let's put some carriage returns there. Then we won't get a project name popping out. Every single cheer counts. Yes, it does. Oh, yeah. Good catch, Moss. Thank you. We do need to get it managed somehow. Okay, so that should clear this up. So now, when we paint the button, I want to set the tests. Set the title. Right, so when we receive the information when it's being configured, right, that's coming in not from start, right, that's coming in from the property inspector. Where does that go? These are my method handlers. Set button, no. Right, where's it getting the project file name? This. It has 4 references. No. What the heck? I'm setting it somewhere. It doesn't just have 1 reference. Let me go back over here. Settings model. Set title async. Okay. Where are we receiving it? Orderly graffiti? I know. Yeah. Set button from... No. That settings model's being updated. Is that being updated outside of me? Right, is that what's coming back from... Gotta run. Take care. Have a good one, Carrie. This has 2 references right here on receive settings. So the settings that it receives from the HTML. Okay. It saves. So this is being done behind the scenes. Got it. All right. So flip back over to my application. So when that's being set, 342, Robert Tables. Let me go back down. This is where I'm working. So I will put it here. Is that a method that I can override? So I can attach to it. Right? So these are all event handlers up here. On did receive settings. There it is. So I want to do the base did receive settings. So I have that in my state. Wow. Pazakahur. Wow, I pronounced that badly, I'm sure. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you joining us. Waiting for her to leave. That's just wrong. That's wrong. So if we received a new project name, so I'm going to want to set the title async, and then I can return this, right? And the project name is going to come out of settings model dot project name 0 and then 0. And I probably want to reset the state if it's a different project name. How far from hitting the... Oh, we've already hit that. Oh, yeah. No. The $500 match, I'm going to match each quarter, and we hit that last month easily. Oh, yeah. Winning is winning. Yeah, well, that's a thing. But I think if the project name changes, we're going to want to reset the state and reset the button. Yeah. Let's rerun this and see what we got if that project name looks better there. This, here we go. Oh boy, hang on. StreamDeck dashboard, that one. All right, so now I'm attached with the debugger. There's the button pointing to test CS proj, and I'll push the button on the actual device here to start it running. There it is running. And there it is, test. There we go. All right, that's not bad. Not bad. And then this one should run and give me that same, right, that same entry about CS proj. Let's see if I can get these both running at the exact same time. There we go. Two of them running. CoreWiki.test. It hangs off the side there a little bit. All right. But they're both running. This one should come back. Come back. Cannot open test.dll. The process cannot access the file. So I would need to, if I make another change... So this could be a problem. We need to make sure could not read state file. Yep, and it failed. Okay, good. But I think I need to detect for .NET at least. The process cannot access the file. I feel like I should detect this error. Pause for like a half a second, like maybe throw an error icon. And then restart. Do you need the .test as part of the file name also? Ah, good question, Chris. This is actually the name of the project, CoreWiki.test, right? So here's my folder structure. If I go up here into CoreWiki, the name of the test project is CoreWiki.test.project. You're right. If I have a really long name, you're going to have to shorten it. Yeah. I'm going to have to shorten it somehow to get it to fit in there. And I don't want it to wrap several times, otherwise it's going to push this text. And this title isn't doing anything here, right? Right, that doesn't go anywhere. If all the tests pass, does pressing the StreamDeck button ship it? No. You can, if you press it once, it doesn't actually do anything, but if I, well, it'll restart the test. But if I press and hold it, I'll press and hold the other one, it'll actually stop it. Or not. What if you could set an icon for the project? Ooh. Or specify the name which should be displayed. Okay, okay, I like where we're going here. Let me make sure that these do properly stop. 2, 3, 4, 5. And that should... Nope, it's running. It shouldn't run. It should... I want it to stop processing. Okay. I like the ideas. I like the ideas. Trim the name to a max length and add ellipsis. That's a really good idea, Moz. All right, hang on. Got a couple of ideas all flying. I love it when we brainstorm like this as a chat and a community. It is so cool. We get great ideas coming out of this. First things first, I want to make sure that that button. So if the state is no test running and the elapsed seconds is greater than 2, stop. So that should happen here. Thank you for the follow, Octo Nash. Great to see you. The ellipsis should appear somewhere in the middle. Yeah. Show the start and end of the string. Oh, I see what you're doing there. Yeah, is that Metacow? Metasal? Let me know how to pronounce your name. That's a great idea. So, and then I like the ideas also of being able to specify the success and fail images. Be able to overwrite. Mad cow. Ah ha ha. All right, I gotcha. Can I reattach the debugger? Right, StreamDeck dashboard. Let's see if I can get that. 2, 3, 4. All right, elapsed seconds is, why does it say, because, what? Let me put the break there. Somehow it's only showing 0 there. Now it's going to rerun. Oh, inconceivable. And release. All right, elapsed seconds is 3. So this time, right, model state is no test running. Elapsed seconds is greater than 2, so which, if it doesn't equal no test running. No, I think we want to drop that condition. If you hold it, you mean to shut it off. Elapsed has 1 L on line 61. Okay, I spelled it wrong. Thank you. Ship it and then heck. Yeah, right. Ellipses seem like a waste of space in that small area. It could end up losing 2 characters instead of just 1. Maybe. But if it's a really long project name, right? Kareem USA 60. Thank you for the follow. Good seeing you. I look forward to seeing you in the chat room. Yeah, I think we've gone just a little bit over what time I normally like to go here. Yeah, and our friend Seuss has just started. Let's do this. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start wrapping up here. I'm going to redo that project name. Not just get the name. I feel like I need another method here to do that. Identify how long it is and reformat. Let's take that as an issue to do next time. But do me a favor. Somebody open an issue for the ellipsis. Tilde instead of the ellipsis. Yeah. Somebody open an issue here in the repository. I've got this unit test file open a lot here. Go away. I don't need all of you. Here. Right. So here's the issues. Do me a favor. Somebody open the issues right there. And let's talk about it, and we can build this in. We can get that in. I think you're right, Smab. I want to raid the charity stream today. Let me do this. Let's save where I am. Not with that. Fritz.stream deck dashboard. Yep, we've got a new file here. I will add that. Updated to show project name on keys and remember the state of the key. Yep. Good. Push that up. Fantastic. I'm feeling really good about that. Let's pause the music and switch over here. So I think we made some great progress. We put in a couple of simple projects here. Put in a couple of simple enhancements to make the project reporting and the unit test information really cool to see. Source code is all pushed up. It's out there on GitHub, and you can check it out. I think we've done some good things. We're moving this little toolkit in the right place. I want to set up a raid for our friends in the Philly community that are doing a charity stream today. I know some folks want to go over and see Suze, see the No-Op Cat, but do me a favor. Let's drop in and say hello. Let's really impress the folks on that Philly stream. Capture... I gotta fix that raid. There's some space issues in there. Copy that text. Let's head over to... I'm going to head over to Tom McHugh ahead of time. There we go. And I'm going to let him know incoming raid. Incoming raid. And drop a couple gritty emotes in there. There we go. All right. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining me. I hope you have a great day. I'll be writing some more code on this a little bit throughout the day here. Get us moved forward on some of these yak shaving types of things. And I'll see you on Tuesday evening. Thursday, we have our Windows Development Workshop. And Friday, after our stream, we've got Virtual Dev Intersection with our guests, Richard Campbell, Brady Gaster, and Billy Hollis. Thanks so much for joining me, everybody. I'll see you next time. Take care. I got to set up that raid, don't I? I need to actually click the button. Yep, it's a mature audience's stream. That's okay. Catch you later.